Hey dudes, today I want to talk about how to use an EQ plugin to fix a muddy or muffled recording. So basically when you have something a little bit like this and it's hard to hear, we're going to try to brighten it up and use an EQ to make things a little bit more clear. So let's jump right into it. All right, let's just take a listen and make sure we all agree this is a muddy or muffled recording. Hey dudes. Here is an example of me speaking, and the recording is a little bit muddy or maybe even a little bit muffled. What can we do to make this a little bit more clear or bright and easy for us to understand? So basically what's happening is there are too many low frequencies that's causing this sort of muddy or muffled or kind of hard to understand feeling of this recording. So let's just go ahead and add our EQ insert by going there and hitting plug in and going to EQ. And we will just do our regular EQ3 7-band EQ. We'll keep it nice and simple. All right, so my first sort of like magic number that I like to remember is in this low mid frequency, and it is 250. So I'm literally just going to type in 250. You may find your own versions of these numbers, but I do think it's important that you create some kind of EQ cheat sheet for yourself so that anytime something is muddy, for example, you just reach right away for this 250 or whatever number you want to use. Okay, and basically what we agreed or said earlier is that there are too many of these low frequencies. So I'm basically going to hit play again and reduce the gain at 250, and we'll see if that gets us going somewhere. Hey dudes, here is an example of me speaking, and the recording is a little bit muddy or maybe even a little bit muffled. What can we do to make this a little bit more clear or bright and easy for us to understand? Okay, cool. So that's a huge improvement so far. So if I hit play and then I bypass back and forth. Hey dudes, here is an example of me speaking, and the recording is a little bit muddy or maybe even a little bit muffled. Cool. So I would say that is a successful step one. You won't always use exactly the same, frequency or amount of gain that I lowered, but 250 is my magic number, and we happened to reduce that by 12, and it made it a lot more clear and easy to understand. All right, so my second magic number is going to be in the high mid filter. So it's set for 2K right now. So I'll go 5K, enter, because I'm feeling frisky, but you could type 5,000. It would do the same thing. And we're going to adjust the gain up this time because we want to make it a little bit more bright. So we've reduced those muddy frequencies, and now we want to just give it a little bit more life. So here we go. Hey dudes, here is an example of me speaking, and the recording is a little bit muddy or maybe even a little bit muffled. What can we do to make this a little bit more clear or bright and easy for us to understand? Great. I think we're doing a heck of a job. So let's listen to that and we'll bypass it. Hey dudes, here is an example of me speaking, and the recording is a little bit muddy or maybe even a little bit muffled. What can we do to make this a little bit more clear or bright and easy for us to understand? I think we did it. All right, that is how you improve a muddy or muffled recording by using EQ. So remember, basically what we did is remove some of those low mid frequencies that was kind of like that mud blanket over everything and making it hard to understand. And then we boosted some of those high frequencies to just add a little bit more sparkle or clarity to everything. Also remember, these are my numbers, 250 for the kind of mud zone and 5K for that bright zone. I'm sharing them with you, which means I want you to use them. But if you end up using a slightly different number, that's okay. I just think it's really important that you have this EQ kind of cheat sheet in mind. If something's muddy, grab for 250, drop it down. It makes it more easy to understand, a little bit more clear, boom, we did our job. That's all that we're supposed to be doing. We shouldn't be trying to sit there for, 20, 30 minutes trying to figure out how to make something less muddy. We know the answer already, so just grab for it, do it. If you need to fine tune it, that's fine, but have those numbers that you're always reaching for, and it will help you tremendously to move more efficiently as a mixer. I hope you get to use this in all your upcoming projects, and until next time, later dudes.